can we just start with Tom Holroyd's ban and just your sort of broader thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's a harsh penalty for a young guy. And it's difficult for Tom to take on the back of being injured for 10 or 12 games of injury to start the season as well. So it's a tough lesson, and we'll be working with Tom to support him through the situation and bringing him back the best we can.
It is a harsh lesson. Do you feel the punishment itself, 10 games, is harsh?
Oh, it's a significant penalty, that's for sure. The RFL have, stated that they want to eradicate that type of behaviour, and I think the incident escalated with the players that ran into the situation, and it became a little bit of a defence situation then. But yeah, it was an unsavoury incident.
Is there any potential to appeal?
No, we won't be appealing.
And you say it's tough for Tom to take. How has he taken it? Because obviously he's now only available for what would be the final 3 or 4 games of the season.
I haven't done the maths myself personally, but Tom's been a responsible and accountable young man through the incident. He hasn't shied away from it. He hasn't made up excuses. He's accepted his part in the situation, in the incident, and he's been a man about it. So I'm proud of the way he's handled himself there.
It's the latest, isn't it? Suspension there. Do you feel, on a more broader point, that there maybe is an issue with discipline there that you have to address or get a hold of?
Very much case by case situation. That's a situation where the club hasn't, to my knowledge, hasn't had a situation such as Tom's. The other incident, the most recent suspension with Bentley, I think there's some issues there with the clarity of the vision in itself to conclusively say that he hit high. So, I think it's case by case. It's not been every week of late. So we'll be, players understand the impact that it has on the game, but also on the season itself and on the team. So it's an individual accountability thing there. The vast majority of our players have not had any issues with being suspended. So there's a couple of guys there that clearly, need to work on things.
So this week, squad-wise, we'll see the 21 at midday today. How different a team might you be able to field from that Wakefield game?
It won't be too much different. Yeah, we'll be pretty. Feels like a long time ago. That last game. So we've got through that game unscathed. So we'll be very similar.
It does feel like a long time ago. How have you used the time between then and now?
Oh, we had a few days off after that Friday night game to refresh, and then we've done some good work interspersed with some days off in between, and seem like they're in a good space and good energy. I'm looking forward to letting some of that out on Friday, or all of it.
All of it out. I know Harry Newman's back in training now. I mean, back in training's one thing, playing's another. When might you consider him available to play or back in contention to play?
When we all agree that he's done enough work and he's ticked every possible box in his return to play testing, and he's trained at a high level in practice. In the last week or 10 days, he's really laid the foundation. He's worked really well with our rehab and performance team. He's done a terrific job there. He's in tremendous shape. He's still got a few things to get through before he'll be eligible for selection. So he's not too far away. It could be this week, a small chance, but more likely, another week or two yet.
It's obviously the first time you've seen him close up. What have you made of him?
Oh, he's a great character. Firstly, he's a good kid. He's got plenty of energy to him, and obviously an explosive athlete. Every coach is looking for players like that have got that sort of athletic prowess.
What do you think you'll get from Warrington on Friday?
I think we'll get a good hard battle, and I think they'll throw everything they've got at us. It's a big game, and I think it's always a big game after a week off. Players want to play. They don't want to break every couple of weeks. So, I'm expecting a good battle.
Is it a bigger game given the fact you can leapfrog them if you win?
That's for you guys and the fans. I'm trying to win every game. The players want to win every game. To look at the table, that's up for you guys and the fans.
But we are reaching the halfway point of the season. Do you get a sense that these are the sort of games that you need to win if you're going to be challenging?
Yeah, we need to win lots of games if we want to be challenging. So we've been preparing to get out there and give them what we got and enjoy the battle and see what that looks like at the end.
And lastly, for me, Rohan, do you feel there's a big second half of the season in that group?
Yeah, I think there's a big week ahead. That's the real priority, and then rolling them together, recovering well, and going again next week. That'll be the plan. But all eyes are on Warrington for us.
Just on Harry Newman, obviously, he's had a couple of setbacks. He's had a really tough year with injury so far. Do you have to be sort of extra cautious, maybe more cautious than you would be with any other player, given how he's had some setbacks throughout the course of this year?
I think each injury is case by case. Given it's hamstring surgery that he's had, he'll need to test. He'll need to test well in all physical measures in that return to perform sort of space, as well as get through training with good quality and good intensity, and be ready to play well, not just injury healed. So whether it's cautious or not, it's just going to be thorough. That's what I would say.
I haven't seen your reserve schedule, so forgive me, but is there a chance he may get an outing in the reserves before first team, just to sort of ease him back in a little bit?
That'll be a decision we make once once he's cleared to play. We'll make a choice on whether he comes back through Super League or whether he gets a run around in reserves. And
I know you've sort of tinkered around with sort of the spine of your side in these first few games. You've had Hardacre at fullback, a little bit Myler at fullback. Have you made a decision yet on who your first choice fullback is moving forward, or is it still quite fluid?
No, Zach will be playing fullback this week, and that's all we're worried about at this stage.
Gareth Widdop played at fullback for Warrington in the last game against Saints, and Darryl Powell's confirmed that he will play there again this week. How do Leeds go about handling him at fullback?
He's dominated it at every level of the game. I actually coached against him way back in under 20s when he was at Melbourne, and he's always had the ability to be a great fullback or 6 or 7 or whatever. He's a quality player. He's clearly one of the players we need to be aware of, but they play a good team brand of moving the ball around and really challenging the opposition. So it'll be a team event to sort of limit his time and opportunity in space.